Welcome back. 15 minutes until 8 o'clock now. Well, our shoulders are much more delicate than we realize, and they tend to get a beating.
Yeah, we always talk about, oh, my shoulders are broad. Anyways, on this Staying a Step Ahead, physiotherapist Christine Gibbs shares her top 10 exercises to ease shoulder pain.
Good morning. I'm Christine Gibbs from A Step Ahead Physiotherapy in Governor Square. Thank you for joining me for another segment of Staying a Step Ahead. To continue with my new format of Christine's Top 10, I'm going to focus on shoulders today. The shoulder is a very common site of injury and pain for many people. To start with, it is not a very structurally stable joint. It is a ball and socket without much bony integrity. It is literally the golf ball on a tee scenario. The head of your humerus, your upper arm bone, is basically the ball. The tee is a bony prominence on your scapula in the back. Much like a golf ball on a tee, there is not much surface area between the two. This makes it a highly movable joint, but is also very unstable when prone to injury. And yes, in case you're wondering, I do golf with pink golf balls. When people sit at a desk all day, they tend to get rounded shoulders and a forward head posture. This can start to pull the golf ball forward so it's not sitting on the tee anymore. If the golf ball is not centered, it cannot roll and slide properly. Much like the wheel on a car, it spins because the axis goes straight through the middle. If you move the axis even slightly, it will not spin properly. If you move the axis of your shoulder joint, it will not function properly. The faulty mechanics will cause friction in structures that are not supposed to rub and eventually to pain and injury, not only in your shoulders, but in your neck, thoracic spine, and even your elbows. Let me show you. If your shoulders are rounded, the ball is sitting too far forward on the tee. This will cause your arms to hang forward and rotated. See how my arm hangs when your shoulder's in a poor position? Look what happens when I try to raise it. I seriously cannot lift it any higher. Now, if I stand up, hold my shoulders in the correct position, look what happens. I can easily raise my arm overhead. This improper position will cause your elbow to function poorly and may even cause tennis or golfer's elbow. Another problem that can arise from sitting at a desk all day is decreased motion. The old adage, if you don't use it, you lose it, holds true for joint motion as well. Sitting at a desk or simply just not using your shoulder joints in their full range of motion will eventually lead to tight muscles and stiff joints. This tightness and stiffness will decrease the joint motion, which will cause faulty joint mechanics and compensation of other areas of your body. Let me show you how these two scenarios of decreased shoulder motion will cause compensation. If your shoulder motion is limited and you cannot get your arm overhead like this, so you can only get to about here, the easiest way to get your arm fully overhead is to bend backwards. Look at this. Shoulder joint can't go up. Bending backwards gets my arm directly overhead, but I haven't moved my shoulder. Now, this may not cause problems for the occasional reach to get something out of the top shelf of a closet. However, think about what happens if you play tennis, volleyball, basketball, any sport or activity which demands that you raise your arm overhead repeatedly. Your low back is generously giving your shoulder the motion it is lacking, but unfortunately, this usually comes at a price: low back pain. So, how do we fix all this? Let me show you with Christine's top 10 shoulder exercises. Most of you have a foam roller. If you don't, you can purchase them quite easily on island. It helps mobilize your spine. There's two ways to use it. The first one is just getting horizontal and rolling up and down. Now, it's a little difficult in the sand, but when you're at home on a nice flat surface, I want you to roll from about where your ribs start up to your shoulders, back and forth. Now, if you find an especially tight spot, raise your arms overhead and just roll it out. Now, you might feel some pumping and cracking. That's okay, it's just mobilizing your spine. Number two, turn the foam roller lengthwise. Sit on the end and lie back. Simply just lie, arms open, really opening your pecs and rolling back and forth. This really helps open up your arms, shoulder joints, and mobilize your spine as well, which is really important for shoulder issues. Number three, lie on your tummy. Get a little towel roll for your forehead. Lie face down, arms out in front. Raise up and squeeze and hold. Hold about 10 seconds. And back down. And again. Number four, stretch your pecs. These muscles get really tight from sitting at a desk all day. Come up to a wall, fence, tree, rotate outwards. Get a nice stretch through your pec out into your arm. Hold for a good 30 seconds. The other muscle, your lats, gets really tight as well. You can do it one at a time or both. Grab onto something and just lean away and down, and you'll get a nice stretch through your side. Again, hold for 30 seconds. Number 6, stretch that upper trap side neck muscle. Either hold on to your desk chair underneath or just keep it down and gently tilt your head to the side. Get a really nice stretch through your neck. Now for some strengthening. We stretched some things out, loosened up the back. Now we need to strengthen. So number 7, grab a TheraBand. Pull back and squeeze. Really pinching your shoulder blades together. Keep your neck looking forward, don't look up or down. Pull back and squeeze. Number 8, just get 1. Stand with your shoulder, elbow, and hip all aligned and rotate out. This works your rotator cuff muscles. Those are very important in stabilizing that golf ball on a tee. Rotate out, squeeze and hold. All right, another really good one. I do it sitting in my car. Push your chin back into the headrest. Make that ever so nice double chin. Pull back and squeeze. You'll feel all of those muscles activating down your neck. Very important in shoulder health. Pull back and squeeze. Now, number 10 is the biggie. You'll be surprised when you do this. Find a wall. Put your heels up against it, bum against it, shoulder blades, back of the head. You should be able to stand here no problem. Many of you will be like this and almost feel like you're going to fall off. I guarantee you won't. Lean back, chin back, everything against the wall. Now, I hope this information has been useful in explaining why you might have shoulder pain or help you eliminate it, or to stay a step ahead and prevent it from happening in the first place. Thanks for tuning in. Join me next month for another installment of Christine's Top 10.
Now, if you want to contact Christine or the team at A Step Ahead Physiotherapy, just give them a call at 745-ASAP. That's 745-2727.
You can also send them an email. That's info@astepaheadphysio.com, or visit their website, www.astepaheadphysio.com.
Or simply just stop by the offices at Governor's Square.
We do need to take a break, but we're going to be back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.